Pay attention to this. For 20 years, this killer vanished. No suspects, no answers. Just a cold case everyone gave up on. But tonight, one hidden camera changes everything. What it captured wasn't meant to be seen, and when detectives pressed play, even seasoned cops were horrified. A single moment, a single face, and a truth so disturbing it rewrote everything they thought they knew about the crime. How did this camera survive 2 decades unnoticed? And why did the killer never realize they were being watched the whole time? On Tuesday, March 14, 2006, at 6:42 a.m., a fixed security camera records a quiet residential street in Brookhaven, Oregon. The camera is mounted above the entrance of a small self-storage facility on Alder Lane. The image is steady, the sky is pale, the temperature is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. A silver 2002 Toyota Camry turns slowly into the lot. The driver signals, the brake lights glow. The car stops in front of Unit 117. A man steps out. He is wearing a dark windbreaker and work boots. He checks his watch. He opens the trunk. He removes a folded tarp and places it on the ground. He looks down the lane. No one is there. At 6:46 a.m., a woman exits the passenger side. She is 38 years old. Her name is Emily Carter. She smooths her hair. She carries a canvas tote. She follows the man toward the unit. The metal door rolls up. The interior is dark. At 6:51 a.m., the man pulls the door down. The lock clicks. The camera records the Camry backing out. It exits the lot at 6:54 a.m. Emily Carter does not leave with it. This is the last time Emily Carter is seen alive. Emily Carter is reported missing 3 days later, on Friday, March 17, 2006, at 9:12 a.m. The report is filed by her sister, Laura Bennett, at the Brookhaven Police Department. Laura states that Emily missed work. She missed a dinner. She stopped answering her phone. This was unusual. Emily's car is not at her apartment. Her phone goes to voicemail. Her bank card has not been used since March 14. Her employer confirms she never arrived at the accounting firm that morning. At 11:40 a.m., a storage facility employee calls police. Unit 117 has a smell. The employee says it is metallic. The lock appears new. Officers arrive at 12:03 p.m. The unit is opened. Inside, they find a tarp. Beneath it is a body. The body is Emily Carter. She is clothed. There are no signs of forced entry. There are no signs of a struggle visible to the naked eye. The medical examiner later determines the cause of death as blunt force trauma to the head, followed by asphyxiation. Time of death is estimated between 6:50 a.m. and 7:10 a.m. on March 14. The location is staged. The crime is controlled. It is not random. Emily Carter was born on August 22, 1967, in Salem, Oregon. She was the younger of 2 daughters. She graduated from Willamette University in 1990. She married at 21. She divorced at 38. There were no children. In 2006, Emily lived alone in a 2-bedroom apartment on Pine Street. She worked as a senior accounts manager. She ran 3 miles every morning. She paid bills early. She kept lists. She was close to her sister. They spoke every Sunday at 7 p.m. She volunteered at a local food bank on the 2nd Saturday of every month. She trusted routine. In 2003, Emily met Daniel Foster. He was 41. He worked in property management. He was recently widowed. They met at a charity auction. They began dating quietly. By 2005, they discussed marriage. Daniel was attentive. He cooked. He drove. He listened. Friends described him as calm, organized, reliable.
There were small tensions. Daniel had debt, credit cards, a failed investment. Emily knew this. She helped him budget. She loaned him $12,000 in September 2005. There was a written agreement. Repayment was scheduled over 2 years. In January 2006, Emily's aunt died. Emily inherited a lake house in Jefferson County and $380,000 in a trust. The trust named Emily as sole beneficiary. The funds were to be released on April 1, 2006. On February 10, 2006, Emily updated her will. She named her sister as executor. She did not include Daniel. Daniel learned this on February 12th. Emily mentioned it during dinner. She said it was temporary. She said they would revisit it after marriage. Daniel did not respond. In the weeks that followed, Daniel's financial pressure increased. Collection notices arrived. His employer warned him about performance. His credit limit was reduced. On February 22nd, Daniel contacted a locksmith. On February 25th, he purchased a new storage unit lock. On February 26th, he asked Emily to add him as an authorized driver on her car insurance. She declined. On March 1st, Daniel asked Emily to co-sign a loan. She said no. She suggested counseling. She suggested slowing down. On March 3rd, Daniel purchased a prepaid phone. On March 6th, he searched online for storage facilities with 24-hour access. On March 10th, he reserved Unit 117 under his name. On March 13th at 9:18 p.m., Daniel called Emily. Phone records show a 12-minute conversation. He suggested an early morning visit to the storage unit. He said he wanted to show her furniture he planned to sell. Emily agreed. She trusted him.
On March 14, 2006, at 6:28 a.m., Emily leaves her apartment. A neighbor's door camera records her locking the door. She carries a tote. She wears a blue jacket. At 6:35 a.m., Daniel's Camry picks her up. Traffic cameras show the route. There are no deviations. At 6:49 a.m., inside Unit 117, Daniel strikes Emily from behind with a metal tool, later identified as a tire iron. She falls. She regains consciousness briefly. There is no evidence she screamed. The walls are thick. The facility is quiet. At 7:02 a.m., Daniel uses duct tape. At 7:08 a.m., Emily dies. Daniel cleans the floor. He wraps the body. He locks the unit. He leaves. At 8:30 a.m., Daniel arrives at work. He clocks in. He sends 2 emails. He appears calm. The investigation begins immediately. Detectives secure the storage facility footage. The Camry is identified. Daniel is interviewed on March 18. He says he last saw Emily on March 13. He says they argued. He says she left angry. Phone records contradict him. CCTV contradicts him. Financial records show Daniel was named beneficiary on a life insurance policy Emily took out years earlier for a former spouse. The policy was never updated. It listed Daniel as contingent beneficiary due to a clerical error after a form submission in 2004. The payout would have been $250,000. Investigators also find Daniel attempted to access the trust funds online on March 15. Access was denied. The case stalls. Evidence is circumstantial. The defense argues coincidence. The storage unit footage is grainy. The face is unclear. The tool is not found. In 2008, the case goes cold. 20 years pass. In June 2026, the Brookhaven Police Department upgrades its digital evidence archive. Old footage is reprocessed using modern enhancement software. Unit 117's camera is revisited. A reflection is noticed. In the corner of the frame, a convex mirror attached to a succeeding unit captures a partial interior view through a gap in the door. At 6:50 a.m., a brief reflection shows a raised arm, a flash of metal, a face. It is Daniel Foster. Audio from the prepaid phone is also recovered, a voicemail saved accidentally. It records Daniel practicing a statement. He mentions April 1st and no other way. Detectives reopen the case. Daniel is arrested on August 3, 2026 at 6:15 a.m. He is 61 years old. During interrogation, confronted with the footage, Daniel confesses. He says he felt trapped. He says he was about to lose everything. Daniel Foster is charged with first-degree murder and financial exploitation. In March 2027, he pleads guilty. He is sentenced to life in prison without parole. Emily Carter's sister attends every hearing. The lake house remains empty. The trust funds are donated to charity. This case is a reminder. Greed does not rush, it waits. Trust is not loud when it breaks. And sometimes the truth is watching quietly for decades before it is finally seen.